went somewhere with a friend, and we got in some old used mud,
Mm-hmm.
and then some lady came in and hosed me
Hose me
down.
off. Yeah, like a prisoner.
Maybe she could have screamed at you while she did it and gave you like
Right.
the full experience. Yeah, because it's mud. Because I was like, maybe it's like with the paraffin wax. Because you don't change out the paraffin wax.
Right.
But the thing about paraffin wax is that it seals over anything you put in it.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool. You can dip like a popsicle stick in ink and dip it into the wax, and the ink doesn't get into the wax.
Yeah.
Because the second it touches the wax, it's so cool that the wax seals over it. But I don't think mud has that same property.
But I mean, suppose the mud has like the healing waters. And,
Yeah.
stuff. But it was definitely interesting. It was.
But I mean, I forgot what recently I did something, and I think I was eating, and it was just something that I was like, this is not the cleanest environment.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what, Terrence? Like, this is how people just ate for like thousands of years. Like I've seen videos on YouTube, and they're in like third world countries, and they're like, "Oh, I'm cooking something." I'm like
Right.
looking at that pan, and I'm like, "That pan does not look clean."
Well, good Lord, cast iron.
Yeah, I was actually telling my client, I'm like, "Yeah, cast iron." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't clean my cast iron. I just kind of rinse it off."
Right.
I think I saw a YouTube video about this soup or something in some country in the Middle East or Asia, and it's the same soup that has been cooked for like over 100 years
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. And again, I will tell you once again, I think fried chicken is one of the grossest thing in the world. It's something dipped and deep fried in its own young.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it's damn good, but in the end, we're cooking it something in its
Yeah.
own young.
Yeah, you had to eat you and your child.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's so interesting. Like you're eating a soup that I mean, because I'm like,
The base of it, yeah.
yeah, like there could be particles in there that I'm pretty sure there are not particles in there that are like the original soup,
Yeah.
but there could be particles in there that are like weeks, months
Right.
old.
You don't want to start from the bottom.
Like, oh yeah, this carrot has actually not been scooped up. It's been cooking for 6 years.
Because heat won't kill, what is it, food poison, or whatever's in food poisoning.
There's a lot of bacteria that like you eat, it just has to get much harder than you think it
Yeah.
needs to. I mean, I used to make yogurt, and you don't cook yogurt over 120 degrees
Yeah.
because that will kill the bacteria that makes yogurt. So like if it's something like 115, 18, 19, like that's where the yogurt wants to be. That's where like the bacteria wants to be,
Yeah.
and it proliferates. I mean, yogurt is really just like bacteria poop. You put the bacteria in there, they eat the sugar and the milk,
Right.
poop, make babies.
Poop swore.
Yeah. And you're like, it's so good and tart. I've wanted to make my own. Oh God, what is it? Is it tempeh? I think it's tempeh I want to make, because that's another thing you make with like you culture. I'm like, I just feel like I would kill myself. I may not be clean enough with some utensil and may get just a little bit of the wrong bacteria in
Right.
there. I'm always worried about like if I made my own kombucha. I feel like I would need to sterilize the container before I would make it. I would just always be worried. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm culturing bacteria, but like, how do I know all this bacteria is the bacteria I want? So I'm just stuck with yogurt, which I haven't done in forever. I did that back when I worked at Starbucks, and I had just gotten into Greek yogurt, and Greek yogurt was like insanely expensive. Now it's relative. It's not cheap, but it's
Right.
not.
Yeah. and you've got 900 competing brands.
Mm-hmm. That's back when I was like really like just extra and was making my own lotion. I remember I went into HEB, the one in Rice Village, and I was like, "Do you guys have like glycerin?" And the guy's like, "No one's ever asked for that." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm bougie. I trust it. I know. I'm that person. Do you guys have glycerin and nutritional yeast?"
I'm surprised he was like, "What are you trying to blow up?"
Yeah.
No. Let's focus here. I went with this guy to this Asian guy that I met, and we went to God, we purchased idiots. We went to HEB last night, and he like the Asian guy and scanned the milk, and it wouldn't scan. And I said, "See, I told you Asians can't buy milk." And this little guy came up and he was helping. He's like, "Asians really can't buy milk?" I was like,
"What do you?"
He was like, "I was supposed to text my Asian friend and ask them." I was like,
"No, he's saying that they're lactose intolerant."
I was like, "Oh my god!"
I really would like to know what was going through his mind.
Right,
Like, what did he think was like the rationale that Asians could not buy milk?
Yeah, I mean, he was the whatever, the checkout line where you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
He was in charge. I was like, oh.
I think a lot of people like don't recognize like how many people are lactose intolerant.
Oh yeah. So our cows that we raise have I told you, have A2 milk.
Yeah, I think you told me, but it's not the same as like lactose intolerance.
No, it's just easier to digest.
Gotcha.
Because the milk protein's smaller than what's in a normal milk protein.
I'm assuming I'm lactose intolerant. I was fine until my like mid-20s.
Yeah.
And then.
But is it throwing up or is it just upset belly?
It's upset belly. So like.
Try the A2 milk.
Gotcha. So I don't throw up, but like whey protein, like I will get so bloated, like I just like hold on to something and cry.
Because that protein's too big to go through your intestines.
That makes a lot of sense because I found it weird as whey protein because I'm like it doesn't have it's not sugary.
It's the protein.
Okay.
It's that milk protein is big, where the A2 milk protein is smaller.
Okay. Because it's also not like all milk. It's not all products.
Right.
Like I can drink like 1 or 2 cup, like 1 cup of milk and I'm fine. The second cup of milk and I'm like, yeah, my stomach is not enjoying this.
Yeah.
Cheese, I'm fine if I've eaten something before. So I can't wake up in the morning and just eat cheese.
Right.
My stomach is not gonna like that. And then ice cream, I'm like fine. Sometimes I'm like, is there even milk in ice cream? Because I'm like, it does not bother me on any level. But I've like drinking non-dairy milk for so long, like now milk tastes like cream to me.
Different, yeah. I mean, it took me forever to go from, whole milk to just, fat-free because I just thought it tasted like water.
And now if you go back to whole milk, you're like, this is rich.
Like, wow, this is like drinking Elmer's Glue.
Yeah. Last time I had whole milk, I was like, this is like heavy cream. This is thick. And I hate when they put all those thickeners in like the plant-based milks. They just taste way too slimy to me. I don't like it. I did just buy some almond flour so I can make some almond milk. Has to be almond flour because if it's just straight almonds, I'll just eat it. I just love the taste of almonds. And I'm like, I should make some cookies with these. I just love almonds.
Again, something that's gone up in price exponentially.
Yes. Well, so not almonds, cashew flour.
Oh, cashew, okay.
Yeah. Almonds I do like, cashews I love more. And then pecans. Even it's weird. I had a client.
I hate pecans.
Yeah.
I grew up on a pecan, and we go pick them, and they'd be like, "You're hungry? Eat some pecans." And to me, they taste like dirt.
Okay. I thought you guys said they taste like labor. I'm like, I can understand that. Used to go visit my great grandmother, in Georgia, and she had so much like land that like I didn't see her neighbors until she died.
Mm.
Like I remember one time I saw like a little house. I'm like, oh, that is that great grandma's neighbor? My mom was like, oh no, that's like a shack on her land. It's like it was like the kind of place where you just drive to the mailbox, not because you're rich, but just because your house is
Right.
yeah. And so she had all these pecan trees, and like literally we would go back with like 25-gallon buckets of like pecans. Did not ruin my love for pecans though.
If you're ever out there picking them for days on end,
Yeah.
it will ruin your love for them.
I think it might have been the like I don't know, maybe it was like the least boring thing. Because it was like, I grew up in like, not like a city, like the suburbs, but like going out to like the country, I'm like, what is there to do out here? Like nothing but like nature. I mean, where she was, like, Pasadena looks like a big city. That my grandmother grew up in a city like Pasadena, and she said she like rescued my grandfather from the country. I'm like, where do you think he grew up? But I just can't get over living out so far from. I just need someone to hear me when I'm being murdered. Living that far from other people, every time a twig fell from a tree.
You'd be sitting up in bed, shotgun
Mm-hmm.
loaded.
And every time I see some video where like some animals in someone's backyard, like no, oh, there's a bear in our backyard. Okay, so we're moving. I don't want to be. A bobcat killed my cat. Yeah, I'm moving. Like now, I'm gonna be stuck in my house unless it's light, and I'm gonna have to run to my car.
Or the people that have to go out with their small dogs in case the eagle comes in.
Yeah. I guess it's not too bad because I see eagles. Like I remember seeing eagles in Dallas. I was always surprised people just let the little chihuahua outside.
Yeah.
Like there's an eagle like right over there. Like your chihuahua is like a chicken nugget. Some of those chihuahuas are so small. I used to go walk in this park and this little teacup chihuahua like run across the street. Ah!
They're horrid little dogs.
And I'm like, I've actually eaten food bigger than you. Like you realize that, right? I don't have to want to kill you to kill you. Like if I just step the wrong way, like you're not gonna survive. Like I've legitimately had sausages bigger than that dog. And it's like of all the dogs to steal. Let's see. Okay, that minute was 30 minutes. Only recording 30-minute intervals. But Maybe some of your fans will go out and buy an Oculus Quest.